Have you ever felt like you were being attacked, but there were no words, no yelling, no obvious signs of a fight, just a chilling, deafening silence? If this sounds familiar, you might have experienced a silent attack, a favorite weapon of narcissists, especially when their target is an empath. Today, we're diving deep into why narcissists use this tactic and why empaths are particularly vulnerable to it. First, let's be clear about what we mean by a silent attack. It's not just someone needing a little space. It's a deliberate, calculated withdrawal of communication and affection, designed to punish, control, and manipulate. It's the silent treatment, ghosting, stonewalling, all forms of psychological warfare. For a narcissist, this is a power move. It allows them to inflict pain without leaving any visible scars, making you feel crazy for even being upset. So, why are empaths, the most compassionate and intuitive people, so often the targets of these attacks? It's because the very qualities that make you an empath are what the narcissist preys on. The first reason is your deep capacity for empathy. You naturally tune into the emotions of others. When a narcissist suddenly goes silent, your empathic nature goes into overdrive. You feel their coldness, their withdrawal, and you immediately try to understand what went wrong. You ask yourself, what did I do? How can I fix this? This internal turmoil is exactly what the narcissist wants. Your distress becomes their source of narcissistic supply, feeding their fragile ego and sense of superiority. They get a thrill from knowing they can control your emotional state with a simple act of silence. Secondly, empaths have a strong desire to heal and connect. You see the good in people, and you believe in the power of communication to resolve conflicts. When a narcissist shuts you out, it triggers your core instinct to mend the broken connection. You'll likely reach out, apologize for things you didn't even do, and try desperately to bridge the gap. This chase is a huge ego boost for the narcissist. They sit back and watch you work tirelessly to regain their favor, reinforcing their sense of control and importance. They're creating a problem so they can watch you scramble to solve it. The third reason is an empath's tendency to self-blame. Empaths are highly When faced with a silent attack, your first instinct is often to look inward. You'll analyze your every word and action, trying to pinpoint where you went wrong. The narcissist knows this. They use silence to make you doubt your own perception and reality. This is a form of gaslighting. Over time, these silent attacks can erode your self, making you feel like you're always the one at fault, that you're too sensitive, or that you're the problem in the relationship. The narcissist cultivates this self-doubt because it makes you easier to control. Another key factor is that narcissists lack an emotional core. They don't process emotions in a healthy way. Instead of expressing their anger, disappointment, or frustration directly, they use passive-aggressive tactics like the silent treatment. They can't handle a direct, honest conversation because it would require emotional vulnerability, something they are terrified of. Silence is their shield and their sword. It allows them to punish you from a safe distance, without having to confront their own feelings or take any responsibility. For them, it's a low-effort, high-impact strategy. So, how does this play out? Imagine you have a disagreement with a narcissist. It might be something small. Instead of talking it out, they suddenly become a brick wall. They stop responding to your texts, avoid eye contact, and answer your questions with one-word replies. If at all, the atmosphere becomes thick with tension. As an empath, you feel this tension physically. Your anxiety spikes. You might lose sleep, lose your appetite, and feel a constant sense of dread. You try to break the silence. You ask, "Is everything okay?" And they might respond with a cold, "I'm fine," when their body language screams otherwise. This invalidation is part of the attack. They are denying your reality, making you feel like you're overreacting. The longer the silence goes on, the more desperate you become for a resolution. Any resolution, just to make the emotional pain stop. Eventually, when the narcissist decides the punishment is over, usually when they need something from you or fear you might actually leave, they'll reemerge, often acting as if nothing happened. They might offer a vague, insincere apology or, more likely, completely ignore the entire incident. This leaves you feeling disoriented and emotionally exhausted. The cycle then repeats. with each silent attack chipping away at your spirit and sense of self. Recognizing this pattern is the first and most crucial step to protecting yourself. Understand that their silence is not about you. It's not a reflection of your worth or something you did wrong. It is a deliberate, manipulative tactic used by someone who is emotionally incapable of healthy communication. It is a form of emotional abuse. So, what can you do? First, stop blaming yourself. You cannot fix someone who uses your compassion as a weapon against you. Your desire to heal them will only drain you. Second, do not participate in their game. Don't chase them. Don't beg for their attention. Don't bombard them with messages and apologies. This only feeds their ego and reinforces their behavior. Instead, use their silence as an opportunity. An opportunity to detach. Use that time to focus on yourself, to reconnect with your own feelings and needs. Go for a walk, talk to a trusted friend, journal, or engage in a hobby you love. Show them, and more importantly, show yourself that your emotional well-being does not depend on them. Third, set firm boundaries. When they do re-engage, you need to be clear. You can say something like, "When you shut me out like that, it's not a healthy way to communicate. In the future, I need us to talk through our issues directly. If you choose to use the silent treatment again, I will not engage with it. You have to be prepared to follow through on this." This means disengaging and focusing on your own life the next time they pull this stunt. For many empaths, this is incredibly difficult. Your nature is to connect and resolve. But when dealing with a narcissist, you have to learn to protect your own energy first. Sometimes, the only winning move is not to play. In many cases, especially in long-term relationships, where this pattern is deeply ingrained, the safest and healthiest option is to walk away entirely. If you're struggling with this, please know you are not alone, and it is not your fault. This type of emotional abuse can be incredibly damaging. Seeking support from a therapist who understands narcissistic abuse can be They can provide you with the tools and validation you need to heal and build a life free from this toxic dynamic. Remember, your empathy is a superpower. It is a gift. Don't let anyone turn it into a vulnerability. The right people will cherish your compassionate heart. They won't use it as a target for their silent attacks. Protect your peace, trust your intuition, and never let anyone's silence deafen you to your own worth. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on navigating relationships and protecting your energy. See you in the next video.